today, what's the next step? $15.3 billion. When I got here 4 years ago, there was no homeless strategy, no homeless plan. The state of California was nowhere to be involved on the issue of homelessness, period, full stop. People don't know that. When I was mayor of San Francisco, I never even considered calling Arnold Schwarzenegger, our previous guest, or even Gray Davis to get help when I was mayor of San Francisco. It was the responsibility of the city and counties. When we got up here, that radically changed. The Governor Brown, to his credit, put $500 million up. I think it was part of a deal with the big 13 mayors and a May revise conversation to get out of jail, so to speak, to get the budget done. And he put up $500 million. That was it. $15.3 billion. Now we have strategies, plans. I rejected one of the plans. We're holding folks accountable. We have strategies for short term. We have strategies medium and long term. We have strategies that include dealing with what's happening on the streets and sidewalks. Let me be specific. Today, we made a little bit of news, not a lot, 81 million reasons why I'm pleased. Part of the $750 million of encampment grants that we're bringing out to cities and counties. When I started, not a dollar for encampment resolution. A few years ago, with the legislature's support, they're here. 50 million, oversubscribed, 750. Now, 81 million went out today. 2,600 people that are part of the resolution. It's not kicking out people. It's not just removing the encampments. It's resolving the underlying conditions. That's one of many strategies. Accountability, though, at the end of the day, is the call of the day. State visions realized at the local level. I've said it a million times, localism's determinative. As a former mayor, I intimately understand that. We put out the resources, expectation. We have 6 performance measures, so we have baseline expectations. We bonus performance. 18% of the $1 billion a year we set aside has a bonus component to actually meeting those performance measures. And we take very seriously the results. It's been a flywheel for me the last few years, organizing a framework, an engagement, and a construct, and now we want to see results. But one of the principal, Chris, I know time's limited, but one of the principal issues has been the courts. And most folks don't know this. This is not an excuse. This is not us throwing up our hands. I'll take a backseat to no one in taking responsibility and accountability. I was the one who walked right into this saying a governor needs to own this issue.
So what do you do about these judges?
The challenge is the judges are using a perverse interpretation of Boise and this Granite Pass decision, and Boise in particular. And it's not the version of any lay person. And I think they've gone too far, so far that even up in Sacramento, we weren't able to clean up encampments this summer. We had an extended judgment against that. San Francisco, you can't clean up the encampments. They said, just don't touch it. Now imagine being an elected official where folks say, clean them up, and you're saying, I can't do it. They say, oh, now he's just blaming the courts. Put yourself in the position of local elected officials. That needed to be called out. And by the way, it's not the first time I've done that. It may be the first time people paid attention. But I was down there personally cleaning up encampments. Down there off of 80, right there when coming into San Francisco. I was out there in 3 major encampments. I couldn't clean up the 4th with my staff right there at the Berkeley and Oakland exits. But we couldn't clean up the 4th because a federal judge stopped us. And that was the first indication for me, this was a few years ago, that this was a serious issue. And now it's unacceptable. And it is a major, major issue. People's lives are at risk.
Can you get involved in these cases?
Yes, I can. We're going to file an amicus brief. I've had it. We're going to intervene, and I hope this goes to the Supreme Court. And that's a hell of a statement for a progressive Democrat out of California to say. But it's just gone too far. People's lives are at risk. It's unacceptable what's happening on the streets and sidewalks. Compassion's not stepping over people on the streets. Compassion's not just waiting for someone to die.
Do you see this as...
But no, I'm serious about this.
Yeah.
This has gone too far.